imagine being so powerful that it isolates you from the very world you're sworn to protect. Picture a friendship so profound that its loss resonates through time, manifesting in a choice that may lead to a downfall. In the heart of the supernatural chaos that is Jujutsu Kaisen resides Satoru Gojo, a character who wears the facade of invincibility, charm, and whimsicality. But what lurks beneath this enigmatic exterior? Today, we're peeling back the layers of one of the most compelling figures in anime. Join me as we explore the tragedy of Satoru Gojo, where his very strength becomes his curse, where a lost friendship echoes through destiny, and where impenetrable power mirrors his emotional isolation. Prepare for a journey that goes beyond a mere character analysis as we delve into the story of power, friendship, and the human condition, all woven into the tragic tale of Satoru Gojo. Hi guys, it's Yume. Now let's first talk about the tragic friendship between Gojo and Geto. The bond between Satoru Gojo and Suguru Geto is once a picture of hope and camaraderie, both students in training together embracing their responsibilities that came with their talents. They were more than just colleagues, they were confidants, each other moral compass, best friends, guiding one another through turbulent world of Jujutsu. However, a crack began to appear in this once unshakable bond. The death of Riko Amanai, a young girl they had been trying to save, ordered by the non-sorceress called, marked a turning point to Geto. Geto's faith in humanity started to crumble, setting him on a dark and twisted path. Simultaneously, Gojo's awakening power began to elevate him to unprecedented levels, creating this unforeseen chasm between the two friends. Geto, already teetering on the edge of despair, felt further alienated as Gojo's ability soared. What was once a balance between friendship now became a dichotomy of power and ideals. The falling out was inevitable, but no less painful. Geto's descent into nihilism and his transformation into a harbinger of destruction stood in stark contrast to Gojo's pursuit of justice and order. Their paths diverged, their friendship shattered, and their one shared vision for the future lay in ruins.
美術師殺して術師だけの世界を作る？無理に決まっ…
傲慢だな。
ああ！
もう精一杯やるさ。
So I've done an in-depth analysis on Geto's fall into despair. Do check it out if you're interested. I really like that one very much. So anyway, Gojo was left grappling with the loss of his closest friend, a wound that would fester and echo throughout his life. The tragedy of Gojo and Geto's friendship serves as a poignant reminder that power, ideology, and personal pain can rend even the strongest of bonds. Their story is a haunting reflection of the complexity of human relationships and the fragile threads that connect us. In a world where power can be both a gift and a curse, the tale of Gojo and Geto is a somber lesson in the dual nature of strength and the shadow it casts, the price it exacts. It's important to note that Gojo waited 10 years before he was forced to confront and kill Geto. In one of the greatest ironies of all time, Gojo, someone who possesses the six eyes, the all-seeing, powerful eyes, decided to turn a blind eye for Geto. And after their initial falling out, he started to wear a blindfold. Get it? A blindfold instead of simple sunglasses, to further hammering the poetic blind eye symbolism. This inaction was not born out of cowardice or indifference, but as a profound sentimentality that bound him to his former friend. Gojo's delay in confronting Geto allowed his comrade to sink deeper into darkness, escalating destructive actions and increasing his threat to the world. And what happened during those 10 years? So many humans, non-sorcerers, death. Humans that Geto called as monkeys. Humans that Gojo was sworn to protect. Moreover, the very act of waiting, of holding on to that glimmer of hope that Geto might be redeemed, reflects Gojo's loneliness and his attachment to the memory of their friendship. The waiting itself became a form of torment, a daily reminder of a bond broken and a friend lost. When the confrontation finally came, it was not a battle between enemies but a tragic collision of ideals and emotions. The act of killing Geto was more than just a physical struggle. It was a battle for Gojo's soul, a clash between his responsibilities and his deepest emotions. The tragedy of Geto's death at the hand of Gojo's hand is not merely in its ending, but in the long and torturous path that leads to it, a path marked by love, loss, and the heartbreaking inability to let go. Gojo's inability to dispose of Geto's body following his death is a poignant testament to his lingering attachment. Gojo's inability to dispose of Geto's body following his death is more than just a plot point. It's a reflection of the profound emotional connection he still held for his fallen friend. Kenjaku, an astute and manipulative figure, exploited this emotional bond to his advantage. By using Geto's body, Kenjaku created an unsettling resonance that pierced through Gojo's otherwise unbreakable exterior.
やあ、サトル。久しいね。
The sight of his best friend, now a hollow vessel in the hands of a sinister manipulator, struck a blow to Gojo's psyche that no physical attack could match. His love for Geto, his grief and guilt over their fallen friendship was twisted into a vulnerability that led to his downfall. It was a blow that reached beyond physical realm, targeting the wounds of a broken friendship and the guilt and sorrow that lay beneath. For a moment, Gojo's invincibility wavered. And in that moment, he was trapped and sealed. And what's the aftermath? Chaos and catastrophe in Shibuya. So many deaths. So many losses. The story of Gojo's sentimental downfall is a compelling exploration of the human psyche, the thin line between strength and weakness, and the unexpected ways in which our emotions can be our greatest assets or our most perilous flaw. In the grand story of Jujutsu Kaisen, the tragedy of Satoru Gojo stands as a haunting allegory for the complexities of human nature, the unpredictability of emotions, and the profound impact that our connections with others can have on our destiny. Now, let's talk about my favorite part in this video, Gojo's power as a metaphor. Satoru Gojo was born possessing the six eyes, an unparalleled jutsu technique marked him from a young age as something extraordinary, a prodigy destined for greatness. But this unique gift comes with its own sets of burdens. Within his clans, Gojo's immense potential brought both pride and scrutiny. He was treated not just as a child, but also as a symbol of power and status. Expectations were sky high, every move was watched, analyzed, critiqued. This early exposure to intense pressure and attention created a sense of isolation, even within his own family. Among his friends and peers, Gojo's ability also set him apart. This created this inevitable distance, as those around him either envied his abilities or felt inadequate in comparison. His abilities didn't just make him strong, they made him different, unreachable. Others looked to him with awe, fear, or resentment. but rarely with true understanding and empathy. Gojo's ability to block anything, whether be it physical attack or curse, is more than just an impressive combat technique. It's a vivid metaphor for his emotional state. This power, though an asset in battle, translates into a poignant commentary on his personal life. The limitless curse technique is a double-edged sword for Gojo. On one hand, yes, it's a shield that makes him virtually invulnerable, reflecting his outward confidence, assertiveness, and unbreakable will. But on the other hand, it's also a barrier that keeps others at a distance, reflecting an inner solitude, a wall that isolates him from genuine connection. You may have heard the saying, "You can be cool, but you'll never be cool," as Satoru Gojo walking in a raid. But another way to look at this is, you can feel alone, but you will never be as isolated as Satoru Gojo walking in the rain. Behind his carefree smile and easygoing demeanor lies a man who has witnessed betrayal, loss, and the darker aspects of human nature. His relationship with Geto was perhaps the one connection that managed to pierce through these barriers, a friendship so deep that it transcended his usual defenses. And yet, its loss of this connection, the ultimate betrayal of a friend, that perhaps makes Gojo's boundaries even thicker, his isolation even more profound. In examining Gojo's power, we are not merely exploring a fantastical ability, but also uncovering a layered symbol of his psyche. His power to block anything is a visual, thematic representation of his struggle with connection, trust, and vulnerability. It's a poetic expression of a character's complexity, making Gojo not just a formidable sorcerer, but a compelling and tragically human figure. So guys, in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, Satoru Gojo is a character whose depth transcends his extraordinary battle prowess. His strength, which once seemed like an invincible advantage, is revealed to be both a shield and a shackle, reflecting his inner complexities and conflicts. The very abilities that make him a legend also render him isolated and, in a tragic twist, vulnerable. The story of Gojo isn't merely one of a powerful sorcerer. It's a nuanced exploration of the human connection, betrayal, and the walls we build to protect ourselves. And wow, what a long video. We haven't even talked about Gojo's relationship with Megumi yet and the tragedy that it possessed. So stay tuned for a future video about it. And anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. If you have any thoughts, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, please help me out and like this vid and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye bye.